guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over new products. Well, some of them aren't like new to the makeup world, but these are all things that I have collected up recently over the past little while, and I've had a chance to test them and use them and really get a good feel for them. So I'm just gonna hop right into it because I've got quite a few things to talk about here. So I'm going to start off with skincare. The first thing I want to talk about is by Peter Thomas Ross. It is the Retinol Fusion PM. So I've been using this for a good solid week now, and I definitely am noticing that my skin is evening itself out. I don't know why I can't talk right now. And my lines, they are like tightening up. This will be something that I think I will purchase the bigger size and keep using. The second thing is by Glow Recipe. It is the Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. Oh my goodness. So I've only used this twice, but when I do use it, my skin feels like silk. Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna start like swapping one night, or maybe I'll do 2 nights in a row of this and then 1 night of this, just to, I don't know. And this smells so good. I absolutely love it. Next, I want to talk about a couple of foundations I've tried recently. The first one is the new Hourglass Vanish, the liquid one. Now, I don't have the bottle because I just got a sample from Sephora and I used it for about a week. I need to buy that foundation. Oh my God, I fell in love with it, and I will be purchasing that. The second one is by L'Oreal. It is the Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This is such a great drugstore affordable foundation. Oh my goodness. It has great buildable coverage. It's not like drying matte. It has, I wouldn't say it's dewy. It's more of a nice satin natural finish. Very beautiful. The second one I want to talk about is by Milani. It is the Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. This one was okay. Will it be one that I reach for like all the time? Probably not. I will use it though. It's not terrible to the point where I'm not gonna use it. I'll definitely use it, but probably be using this one for more when I'm just filming an eye look for you guys and I want to throw on some foundation to cover everything up. That's probably what I'll use this one for. Next up, I want to talk about a couple of concealers. So I have the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. I love this. This has been great. I have been using this one over my Tarte Shape Tape concealer. It's comparable to that, but I think it's a little bit nicer of a finish. And then the next one I want to talk about is by Kokie Cosmetics. It is the Be Bright Illuminating Concealer. I don't know if you guys can see that. This one I'm not a fan of. I find it's just very drying. It's cakey. It's creasy. I don't like that one. Next up, I have some blushes I want to talk about. These are the Peached My Cheeks by Too Faced. These are the melting powder blushes. The formulation of these is so nice, and they smell amazing. It's like a cream to powder. It feels like cream, and then you apply it and it finishes to be like a powder with it's got a nice bit of luminosity to it. I love these blushes, and I definitely want more shades. One thing from Too Faced, though, of that same line that I did not like was their bronzer. I don't know what it is about it. I can't get it to work for me. I've tried using a sponge with it, tried using different brushes. The color's a little off. There it is. I know, it's too orange, and I don't know. I'm not a fan of that one. That one is kind of a dud for me. Okay, I have some other blushes here. These are both from Milani. This one I have in Coral Cove, back in one of those drawers. This one I picked up in Blossom Time Rose. I picked it up because I loved how Coral Cove was, and this one was a bit more of a neutral shade. It's really, really pretty. It's pretty light. I don't know if my camera's gonna pick that up, but I like that. And then this one by Milani, this is the Baked Powder Blush in Rose Doro, or however you pronounce that. I don't know. This one is a very warm blush, and it has like sparkle in it. This I think I will use a lot in the summertime when I'm a little more tanned, because yeah, I like these kind of tones when my skin's got some color to it. All right, now we have some highlights to talk about. The first one I'm going to talk about is brand spanking new. It is the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose highlighter. This is the lightest of the three that came out with the Riviera palette. It is called Snowflake. I want to get the medium one called So Hollywood, because I think that one and this one mixed together will just be beautiful. It comes in like a sifter like that, and when you dump it, it's nice because a whole bunch doesn't come out. It just kind of dispenses enough. Just trying to get some on my finger here so I can maybe do a swatch. This one is really pretty. It's more of like a translucent, wet, shiny look to it. And yes, like I said, I will be picking up this in So Hollywood. The next one I want to talk about is by Ofra. It is Rodeo Drive. Now, I know this is so not new and everyone has already talked about this a million times over, but it is new to me. I just got it not too long ago, and I gotta say, I love it. Oh my goodness. It is so beautiful. It's got just the right amount of gold in it, but it's not gold. It's so pretty. Love that. And then I have this one from Milani. This is the Afterglow Strobe Light. This one is very nice as well. It is a little more powdery, but it's still pretty. Let's see. I don't know if that's focusing. I mean, you can see that there. That one's Anastasia. This one. And then we have the Pretty Vulgar Shimmering Swan in Sparkling Sass. Mine's broken, so I did have to repress it. This one, I don't know, the color is a smidge dark, but when I pair it with a lighter one, it's not bad. I think I might be able to get away with wearing it when I've got a bit more color to myself. I have a couple face powders. This one is by Ciate. It is the Extraordinary Translucent Powder. I've been using this one for the majority of this week, and I gotta say I quite like it. It sets everything nicely. It keeps my oils at bay, but the one that still tops that is the Fenty Beauty. This is the Pro Filter Setting Powder. It is so amazing. I have mine in the shade Butter. I absolutely love this setting powder. I gotta say, if you are in the market for a new setting powder, definitely try this one out. I love it. Next up, I have a couple things from Gerard Cosmetics, and I will let you guys know right now that yes, they did send me these things, but it's not going to sway my opinion on what they sent me. So I'm going to start off with this Star Powder. It is a highlighting powder. I have mine in the shade Grace. This is really pretty. I love this. It is not a blinding highlighter by any means. It is definitely more natural when you put it on your face, but it's really pretty. I don't know if it's... Now, when I wear this, what I'll do is I will actually take this next thing from Gerard Cosmetics. It is the BB Plus Illumination Facial Cream. I have mine in the shade Bridget, and it is a liquid highlighter. This is more of a pinky tone that I have. I didn't think it was going to be so pinky, but it is pretty pink. But when I pair it, let's see, here it is right here. I kind of rub that in a bit. So you can see it's quite pink, especially when you shift it a certain way. You guys can see the pink. It's really pretty. But because it's just a little bit too pink, I will put this Star Powder on top of it. So let me just do that. Rub that Star Powder on top and see what it did to that now. And it just gave it that extra pop, like compared to that. And it still has a bit of that pinkiness to it, which I really like. So these two paired together, yes. One thing I did not like that they sent me was the Slay Away the Day Makeup Removing Balm. I don't know what it is about this, but it broke me out so bad. Like, I put it on and I could like instantly feel oils like seeping in, and I washed my face after and I still felt like heavy oil in my skin. And then I noticed I got a couple really bad, like under the skin, kind of like cystic acne, whatever you want to call it, those horrible ones that are under the skin. And it took so long to get rid of. I will not ever put this on my face again. I don't know. I don't know what it is about that, but I don't like that. I did have, where's my, they do have a setting spray that I can't seem to find right now, but it is the Slay All Day setting spray. I used one up in the scent Watermelon, and I'm almost done another one in the scent Mango. It is amazing. Oh my goodness. Definitely, if you want to try anything from Gerard Cosmetics, try that setting spray. It is amazing. And because they sent me all this stuff, they also gave me a code. So if you want to save 30% off your checkout price at Gerard Cosmetics, then please use Min's Beauty at checkout to save your 30% off. I have two brushes that I want to mention. The first one is by It Innovation Beauty. Now, it's not like It Cosmetics. This is the It Innovation Beauty. I don't know if it'll focus on that, but it looks like this. It's got like a weird shape to it. It is super soft. I found this at Winners, And I have been loving this to chisel out my cheekbones and then to dust on bronzer. Oh my goodness. Been loving this. And then this one by It Cosmetics. It is the Heavenly Luxe Flat Top Buffing Foundation Brush. So I used to use the Morphe M439 all the time. And since I got this one, I have been using it nonstop for the majority of my foundations. It is so soft. It blends everything seamlessly. Love, love, love that. And now I have a stack of eyeshadow palettes to talk about. So this first one I'm going to mention is a dud for me. I did not like it. It is by Tarte. It is the Rainforest of the Sea eyeshadow palette. It's just very underwhelming. The shadows themselves, they're, you know, you got to work with them. You got to build them up. If you're one that likes your makeup to look like you have nothing on, then this palette will be for you. But typically when I do my makeup, I'm a little more out there. So that one's kind of meh for me. This one by Milani, it is the Soft and Sultry palette. This one is actually quite nice. For a drugstore neutral eyeshadow palette, totally get this. This is better than the Pretty Vulgar Nightingale cool tone kind of neutral eyeshadow palette. I like this one more. So yeah, I got nothing bad really to say about that. Are there better ones? You betcha. But there's worse ones as well. Next up is another drugstore one. It is by Maybelline New York. It is the Soda Pop palette. This bad boy is a must-have. I'm telling you, these shades are pigmented. They're beautiful. They blend. Oh, the metallics are metallic. The mattes are pigmented. I mean, check those out. Let's just put these right over top of this highlighter here. I mean, those were quick, sloppy, one swipe swatches, and the pigmentation is just, it is there. The next palette I'm going to mention is by Dominique Cosmetics. It is the Berries and Cream palette. Oh my goodness. If you guys have watched my videos, you'll know that I absolutely love this palette. These shades are so buttery, so pigmented. Oh my goodness. Let me just give you a few. I mean, check those out. Okay, let's do a quick. Look at that blue. Oh my goodness. Guys, these shades, yes, if you are looking for a shadow palette that you can do take day to night like that, this is it. This is like a one-stop palette. You can do so many looks with it. It's beautiful. The next one I want to talk about is by MAC. It is the Classic Cutie palette. This one's okay. There's a few shades that I really, really like in here. And then there are some shades that are just kind of you know, like this shade right here. This shade is really, really pretty. I mean, look at that. That looks wet on my finger. I could use this as a highlighter. This shade right here does nothing for me. It just kind of, especially when you put it on, it just blends away to nothing. I don't know. I think this palette might be one that I depot a couple, and I want to make my own palette out of a few palettes that I have that are like this, where I like some but don't like some. So that might be an upcoming video. The very last eyeshadow palette I have to mention is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is her new Riviera eyeshadow palette. Oh my god, I have done numerous looks with this. I have a scroll through my page there, and you will see look after look after look. I used this all week last week. I did not use a single other palette. I used this for the entire week, and I created a different look every time I picked it up. It is so versatile, and these shades, like these bright ones here, these ones are pressed pigments. Look at that. They're beautiful. The metallics are so, look at that blue. I mean, guys, that purple, it is so hard to get a purple to actually work properly. This is the best purple I have ever used. Totally recommend this. I'm going to continue having so much fun with this palette. Whew, that was a lot of stuff, guys. I'm sorry that it took me a little while. I'm gonna have a sip here. Anyways, those are kind of my thoughts on recent things. If you like these videos, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. And if you would like to be notified of any upcoming videos, you know you gotta hit the bell. And until next time, I hope you all have a fabulous night.